Hello and welcome to RIT SportsZone. I'm Taylor Beatty. Last March, RIT stunned the college hockey world, winning the CHA championship in just their second year at the Division I level. This season, the Tigers finished last in the conference, but earned a trip back to the semifinal anyway, after a first-round sweep of Robert Morris. The Tigers facing top-seeded Mercyhurst on the Lakers' home ice. Tigers led 1-0 after the first. In the second, the Lakers get the equalizer as Jillian Skinner beats Allie Bennington. It was 1-1. Under 2 minutes to go in the period, RIT took back the lead as Mackenzie Stone nets her 6th goal on the year. RIT led 2-1 after 2. In the third, the Tigers put the Lakers away thanks to Cassie Clayton, who scores just her 3rd on the season. RIT would add an empty netter and go on to stun top-seeded Mercyhurst by a final of 4-1.
This is a tough place to play, and that's a tough team to play. And to do it in the fashion that we did, I thought we skated, stride for stride with them all game, and I thought we were generating some of the better opportunities in the game. And credit to the girls just being ready to go and kind of the short-term memory on the regular season results and just being ready to go in the playoffs. Excellent job by them today.
We're a playoff team, so we thought of the playoffs as a new season. So we're coming in clean slate, and we're undefeated so far. So right now we're feeling pretty good.
RIT facing Syracuse for the CHA championship. We pick up the action in the third period. Just 30 seconds in, Lindsey Grigg gets on the board and ties the game at 1. Allie Bennington was big all tournament long. Here, making one of her 44 saves on the day, Bennington was named tournament MVP. This one would go to double overtime, and in the second extra session, Carly Perrell beats Jen Gilligan for the game winner. RIT wins the CHA championship for the 2nd straight year, 2-1, and advances to the Division I NCAA tournament for the first time in program history.
What was going through your head when you scored that goal and your team comes rushing down to you?
I actually couldn't believe it. I just turned towards the bench and everyone was rushing out at me, and it was just so exciting. We just kept screaming, we couldn't stop. I just got the puck from Colby. I broke down the ice and just shot it over a glove. I was just so excited it went in. It's just unbelievable.
Last year you scored the game winner in this rink on the same side of the ice, and Carly does it this year. Is there something about the playoffs that just brings out the best in you guys?
Yeah, I think that, we just really get up for these big games. They're so important to us, and I think we just knew that we didn't want our season ending today. So, we pushed through it, and we battled through it and came out on top in the end.
Back-to-back CHA champs. What was going through your head when Carly put that one home?
I can't even speak right now. It's just unreal that it happened again, and you just see her kind of was winding up, and you're just like, just get it through the defenseman, because that's a made-up screen right there that's a tough save for the goaltender to make. And then you just like, wow, it went in, and you just start, it's like pandemonium on the bench, and it's just like, wow, did it again in double overtime, and what a crew. Like, they just don't quit. They don't give up.
What can you say about Allie Bennington and how good she is in the playoffs?
Allie Bennington is amazing. She's our rock. She's our backbone. She keeps us in games. She protects her net. She protects this school. She does her job, and she does it well.
Did the experience of last year, knowing how to handle a double overtime game, help you in the same kind of game this year?
Yeah, because we knew what we were capable of, so we had that confidence going in, and we talked about that in the room too. We're a team that knows how to win championships. We're a team that knows how to win those games, and no matter how many overtimes, we're going to keep going until we won it. So I think definitely gave us some experience last year, and it helped us out a lot today.
Last year after this game, you knew the season was over. Now you're going to the NCAA tournament. How much different is that?
Oh, it's huge. We just made history by going to the NCAA tournament. Especially, our 3rd year D1, and we're going to a place that only Elite 8 schools go. It's, again, spectacular, and I don't think there's really any words to it.
It feels amazing. As a senior class, we've made a step forward every year, so this is just another huge step for our program, huge step for RIT, and huge step for us, and we couldn't be more excited. We're on an active 5-game winning streak right now, so we're looking to keep it going.
You know what? Now it's not the unknown because we have the older girls that have been in a national tournament, but this is as big as it gets. This is so exciting. What a monster step for our program. Like, these girls literally just made history, and to be live in it and see it, like what these girls accomplish on the ice, like literally never ceases to amaze me.
What are you expecting coming up in the NCAA tournament?
The hardest game of the year. Now it's legitimate #1 team in the country. We know we're going to get them. it's tough, but so exciting. Like, what a huge step, like I said before. But you know what? The job doesn't get any easier. It'll be extremely difficult, the next step. But again, these girls surprise me every day, so what's one more week of surprises?
This season marks the first time the CHA has awarded an automatic NCAA tournament bid to its champion. The Tigers knew they were in the A-team field as they gathered at the Policiti Center to watch the NCAA selection show. RIT found out they'll face Minnesota, the #1 overall seed in the NCAA quarterfinals. This will be the Gophers' 13th appearance in the tournament, having won the title 4 times. Welcome back to SportsZone. Joe Vicario has already faced more adversity than most will face in their entire lives. Born with a congenital defect known as Goldenhar syndrome, Joe underwent 31 surgeries in his first 21 years and overcame testicular cancer just 2 years ago. Despite the many ups and downs he's endured, Joe found his calling here at RIT, a humble student manager who became an inspiration to many.
Ladies and gentlemen, part-time Joe Vicario.
Joe Vicario will graduate from RIT in May, so naturally the Tigers wanted to honor one of their biggest contributors.
It's been an unbelievable experience. You know, I've said it before, you know, for me personally, it was hard to let somebody in. Joe's really the first person that I let in to help me with everything that I do. And he's taught me so much that, you know, where I can spend my time in different places and everything like that. And he's really been able to help so much. So, I mean, it's been unbelievably gratifying.
He's like our family. He's one of the guys. He'll do anything for our players, and the players really respect him. He's a great worker, and I'd like just to call him a friend. He's just a good guy to have around.
We're so fortunate to be a part of be able to play hockey, and I know he's always wanted to play hockey, and despite everything he goes through, he sees the positive in every situation, and I think everybody can take something away from that, because a lot of us are always worried about insignificant problems that we face on a daily basis, and he faces a lot more than we do, and he's still able to come in and give the hockey program everything he's got.
In February, both hockey programs teamed up to wear special jerseys in support of testicular cancer awareness. All proceeds went to Joe's foundation.
I am the founder and the president of Testicular Cancer Awareness Foundation in New York. I started it in August during the summer. The reason why I started it is because to help put out awareness out there. Same thing with, you know, breast cancer. You know, you hear so much of that out there. I just want to be kind of like neck and neck with them. So that's my goal down the road in the future, and so I want to bring out more awareness.
Joey decided after he was diagnosed with testicular cancer that he wanted to give back to the community and make the awareness prevalent to young men between the ages of 15 and 35. The foundation is going to support medical bills for people that can't afford it, getting the awareness out there to middle schools and high schools and colleges also.
RIT supports a lot of different causes. Why is Joe's foundation one of the most important?
He's one of us. You know, he's a part of the RIT hockey family and certainly the RIT community. You know, when you're around someone every day and you see it, it's like you jump at the chance to make an impact. And when it's his own foundation that he's founded and he's put the work into that, you know, we're going to do anything we can to support him.
Being able to help out a cause that hits you more personally, that you see on a day-to-day basis, you see someone going through the struggles, it means a lot more to support someone and something that you're just with every day, and you see the progression through all of it, and just to help him personally. It's just, he gives so much to us, it's nice to be able to give back to him.
While Joe has meant so much to the Tigers, RIT's support during his many setbacks has meant the world to him and his family.
It's been tremendous. It's been amazing. I mean, when he had his surgeries, boys came up and, you know, they spent time with him, and that was the best thing for him, just for his healing process. It was long for him, and like they said on the video, it was just something that they wanted to do because he is part of the team. And it was just amazing. Me and my wife are very thankful for the team and the coaches and the whole 5 years he's been here.
It's very emotional, and I'm so grateful that he's still here with us and he's still here to inspire people. and he is my greatest inspiration.
It's a long journey for me, and it means a lot to me. And the passion of the sport for me, and stuff like that. And I just love the game and stuff. And I love, the team and both men and women, and they're like a family to me. Watch them and remember me as the person that I am, and how I became, and how I love these guys and women too. And it's just, I want them to remember me by a positive thing about me. Not what I went through, cancer, and, not the bad thing, what I went through, and I don't even want to remember that. But it's just, I want them to take my legacy and go on and tell them, hey, keep going, keep playing hard, keep battling, and eventually you will win the championship.
Welcome back to SportsZone. The Amerks have been playing hockey in Rochester since 1956. During those nearly 6 decades, Chris Palmer was the only RIT alum to suit up for the red, white, and blue until this season. SportsZone's Laura DiMartino has the story.
3 years after graduating from RIT as the Tigers' most prolific Division I scorer, Cameron Burt is back as a defenseman for the AHL's Rochester Americans. What was your reaction like getting that call that you would be playing for the Rochester Americans?
It was a little hectic. I actually just got on the beach there down in Florida. My coach called me and tried to get me out on a flight. Maybe 2 hours later, it didn't work. But obviously, I was really excited. Got the call up to the American League. That's what everybody in the ECHL is working for. And, it's just a bonus that it happened to be back in Rochester.
Obviously, we'd heard about him through his time here at RIT. And I'd also am friends with the former coach of Manchester, Mark Morris, who had Cameron there for 9 games last year and gave him a good recommendation there. So we had, I didn't see him play a lot, but had some good ideas about how he would play.
Since leaving RIT, Burt has played nearly 200 professional games, mostly in the ECHL as a defenseman.
Going back to D was tough, playing at the pro level. Guys are a little quicker, a little stronger, and, I had a good coach in Ontario that really worked with me. Mark Hardy played about 14 years in the NHL and just took his time developing me and was really patient with me. And, now I've grown to love defense. Sometimes you get a little eager on the blue line to jump up in the play, but, you got to be consistent and things like that on the ice and know when to go and when not to. My coaches in Florida give me a lot of leeway to make offensive plays and put me in every position to be successful. So. He knows my game, and I'm trying to translate that up here in the American League level.
What do you feel that you could improve on here with this team?
At this level, things happen a lot quicker. People are right on you in, half a second here, so just hard passes, tape-to-tape passes, cutting back on my turnovers here. I had a couple costly turnovers tonight that turned into scoring opportunities. So just making heads-up plays and making the right pass and the easy pass. The quality of player in this league is top-notch. First line through fourth line, and all 6D can play. So I'm just getting out there, getting my feet moving, and playing with guys who are making plays that are going to make me better. So hopefully it helps me in my future game.
I think he's played 11 games in this league now and played the bulk of his career, in the East Coast League. And these guys are just a lot bigger, a lot stronger. You could really see it in the Texas game the other night where, I think he thought he had some time on some plays, and guys are just heavier. They're going to lean on him, and he's not a big guy, so he's got to move pucks quickly and then get his feet going away from the puck. So he can get it full stride as opposed to going back and trying to do a turn up. But, again, you only learn that through experience. So that's something that's hopefully going to come for him relatively quickly.
What's it like playing in the pros? What's that lifestyle like compared to your college life?
It's a lot more free time. In college you're a little more structured with the classes and practices and things like that. You had counselors and your coaches all over you. Pro, you get in and get out probably about 1 o'clock, noon, and you kind of get free time, so you got to find things to occupy yourself. Taking some classes online right now, doing those kinds of things, just trying to stay active. And I started fishing, so do a little more of that, and I was able to golf a lot more down in Florida, so that's good.
Playing pro hockey certainly has its ups and downs. After just 3 games with the Amerks, Burt was sent back to the ECHL.
It's tough going up and down, but you know what you're getting yourself into when you sign up to do it. I love traveling. get to go out and see a lot of different places, see a lot of different cities and things like that. So, you know, you always have kind of a standby bag ready. You know, hopefully the call comes and you're ready to go.
Lacrosse used to be considered a spring sport, but that's up for debate these days, considering the season now begins in February. With the winter we've endured in Western New York, it's good to know the Tigers have a place to call Dome. For the second straight year, RIT opened their season at the Carrier Dome in Syracuse. Number 2 RIT facing number 4 Stevenson. First quarter, Stevenson's Khalid Dabney rips one by Pat Johnston. The Mustangs led 4-3 after 1. In the second, RIT would respond on the man-up. Senior Alistair Warren scores one of his 3 goals on the day. RIT and Stevenson were tied at 5. Late in the quarter, RIT on the man-up again, and they capitalize again as Ryan Lee scores. Tigers led the Mustangs 7-5 at the half. In the fourth, RIT pulls the old hidden ball trick as Lee pretends to flip it to Braden Wallace, and Lee fools everyone as he scores again. He had 5 goals and 3 assists on the day to lead the Tigers. And Chad Levick had a big day for RIT, here scoring one of his 5 goals on the afternoon. RIT wins 17-10. With more from Syracuse, here's SportsZone's Josh Blackie.
There was no drama this year between RIT and Stevenson. The Tigers' special teams were dominant, going 6 of 8 on the man-up en route to a 7-goal victory here in the Carrier Dome. Your special teams were one of the reasons why you guys did so well today. How have you guys been preparing for that, and how did you use that to your best of your advantage?
We work a lot on it in practice. I mean, the past few weeks we've worked on it every practice, and our offensive coach, he takes pride in our special teams. So, I mean, every year we've been the top 20, so we work on it, we make the right plays, and we want it to work in the game.
Impressive victory today, winning 17-10 here against 4th-ranked Stevenson. What are your thoughts on the game?
Just an amazing experience and feel pretty awesome right now. It was a great team win. I mean, it's an awesome feeling coming out with a big W after last year. Well, last year we beat them, but ending short in the end. But it's great. It's a great start to the season, and hopefully we'll keep on a roll.
First, you guys were down by 1 goal. What was the difference between the first 15 minutes and the second 45?
Coach just came in and said, you know what, everything we've been working for, just do it, put it to work, and we did that and just came on top.
Your goalie Johnson was practically standing on his head for most of this game. What do you have to say about his epic performance today?
Well, he's matured so much. I mean, I've played with him for 3 years now, and every year he seems to become more mature in the net there, and you could see it today. Me and some of the guys were talking here after. You know, he's on another level right now. We just got to make sure he stays at that level or keeps getting better, and I'm sure he will.
And having Patty between the net there, between the pipes, playing well, gives them a lot of confidence.
Yeah, Patty played unbelievable. He really was part of the reason, the fuel that lit the fire for the boys to come out on top, and it makes you feel a little safer when guys wind up and you know you got Patty in the net because it's probably going to be a save.
First 3 opponents you're facing this year are all ranked in the top 10. You as well being ranked in the top 10. What is this tough schedule like for the beginning of the season?
I mean, it's great. It gets everyone accustomed to what you're going to see at the end of the year. You know, it's good to come in hot and play some of the best teams in the nation, see where you stand early, and then develop throughout the whole year. Because at the end of the year, you know, you're going to be playing against these same teams.
It's great that we play the best because it really lets us show other people our power and basically lets them know that we deserve where we are ranked.
The only way to motivate ourselves is if we lose, we're going to go down in ranking. So we want to stay on top, stay second. So we just got to win them every game.
It is nice to get started with a few ranked opponents, kind of feel things out, see where you're at. You know, sometimes that can go the other direction too. I'm just happy, you know, we came out with a victory today.
Past couple of years, you guys have gotten very close to winning the national championship. Not thinking too far ahead, what has it been like getting that close, and this is being the beginning of a new season?
I think what has been most influential this year is that the upperclassmen have seen what it takes 3 times now to get very, very close to winning a national championship. And it is just the first game of the season, but I think this upperclass group really knows what it's going to take, and they're influencing the underclassmen, and everyone's on board right now. So we just got to keep trucking along, and hopefully we can make it back to the big dance at the end again.
Well, that does it for this edition of RIT SportsZone. Don't forget, you can stay up to date with SportsZone by following us on Twitter and Instagram, liking us on Facebook, or by downloading our app for your Apple or Android device. So until next time, thanks for joining us in the zone.